overall Monash student community's preference in terms of designs and management, and their thoughts on this year's MUSA Publicity Division itself.
And for Madina, she is the Publicity Officer under the School of Science Subcommittee and also a graphic designer under the MUSA Publicity Division. She has a skill of managing and balancing her time between her academics, extracurricular activities, and social life with friends, family, and herself, proving that she has understood and learned the complexity of juggling her lifestyle and degree both at the same time. As she was more experienced as a publicity officer under SOS, she took initiative for promotion and content for SOS events and also managed the MUSA SOS's Instagram account.
With our current MUSA Publicity head, Jessie, we managed to discuss the insights on the MUSA Publicity Division this past year, making it clear of what we want to bring to the table for next year. Together, our vision is to make publicity more than just visuals. We aim to be the bridge between MUSA and the student body. We aim to ensure that all platforms are creative, respectful, and inclusive, where every post not only just informs, but also connects students to campus life. Our mission is to uphold creativity, reliability, and respect in everything we design and share, ensuring that the MUSA Publicity Division continues to reflect the voices and the spirit of Monash students.
All right, thank you, Candice. I would now like to hand over the session to our existing OBs for the structured debate.
Hello everyone. So my first question is going to be, both teams have emphasized improving MUSA's social media presence. So Alan mentioned through fresh energy and engaging designs, and Cindy actually go through the interactive communication and two-way dialogue. So I would like to ask, given MUSA's current posting volume and approval workflow, what concrete actions or new systems would you introduce to increase engagement without overwhelming the designs and content teams? Cindy, you can go first.
It's something to do with raising engagement, right? So we'll just say like maybe interactive polls, questionnaires, consistent reels, relatable reels where students can relate to campus life, so that they don't feel alone or pressured throughout their semester. And also for orientation students, we'll add like maybe a Q&A of what they want to know more about Monash. I'll answer that.
New system to improve engagement.
There's nothing wrong
for social media.
Yeah, just like raise awareness regarding the trainers.
我们的 new initiative 都什么？我就是讲那个 post。
Okay. Hello. Okay, so to answer the questions, based on our manifesto, every student's voice matters. What we want to do new for the next year is we want to do more interactive tools like polls, Q&As, and feedback forms on social media. So students can directly share their opinions and ask questions and influence what content they want to see. So not just a publicity team to decide what the students want to see. We want to make students as a creator to decide what contents or questions about MUSA. And at the end, our social media team will reflect it into creative content like reels or short videos on stories to answer the questions that the student concerned about. That's all for us.
All right, so, hello. All right. So for me and Ellen, we have actually discussed that so far with this year, we feel that the reels on like students relating to campus life has been quite engaging for students. But for the questionnaires and also the interactive polls, we specifically want to include a Q&A like questionnaire poll on the Instagram during the orientation for the February intakes, July intakes, and the October intakes. We'll have a questionnaire poll just for them to ask if they have any questions regarding Monash and so on and so forth. And I think we'll continue with the reels that guides around Monash, such as maybe an update on how to use the printers and where to eat on campus. We'll continue on that, and just a little guidance to the followers of the MUSA official account. And so it's not just an announcement channel, but also a guidance for Monash students. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Do you guys have any questions for each other?
Not really.
So the next question is from the manifesto. Alan, you highlight fresh and eye-catching designs, while seeing you highlighted that you will prioritize both branding and clear visibility. How would you ensure innovation and visual diversity without compromising the existing MUSA brand identity and professionalism required by the university? Alan, you can go first.
Alright, so for our content quality that we will want to make for the MUSA official page, first we'll maintain content quality to clear structure and collaboration and measurable results. So for posts, we'll introduce a content style guide that divides layout, tone, and logo placement so everything follows one consistent visual system. And for Reels, we'll hold team discussions among social media admins before production to decide on the concept, direction, and standard we want for each video. So this ensures that every Reel has a clear purpose, consistent tone, and meets our quality benchmark before posting. We'll also track engagement, saves, and reach each month to see what works best and use that data to guide for the content. Now for design, we want something that is clear, consistent, and focuses on campus connection and not complexity. So our main goal will always be information first and design second. Our designs will never overshadow the message. We will use color and layout strategically to highlight key info like dates, venues, and links while keeping everything readable. And by working closely with our subcommittee team and sticking to a consistent design system, we'll make sure all our posts look good, but also deliver a very clear message and accurate information to the student body.
So for our manifesto about bold branding and clear visibility, we believe that the website, the MUSA website, is playing a very important role on building our branding. So we want to strengthen MUSA branding through website by becoming a central and consistent and professional hub for all student-related information. Instead of students relying only on Instagram posts or word of mouth, the website acts as a one-stop platform that reflects MUSA identity, which are organized, transparent, and student-focused. So we want to make the website modern, reliable, and frequently updated, so students will begin to associate MUSA with creativity and professionalism, and turning MUSA from a name they hear into a brand they trust and recognize. And the second point, we also want to plan to introduce a consistent MUSA merch line that highlights MUSA spirits and strengthens our branding identity. So, for example, we want to introduce a jersey. We'll have more casual and student-friendly design. So overall, the plan is about jersey design will remain consistent each year, but the number printed on the back will change to represent the year since Monash was established. We believe that this helps maintain continuity while still giving each badge its own meaning and quantifiable value. And these all are the plans we made for our manifesto for bold branding and clear visibility. Thank you.
Do you guys have any questions for each other?
Yes, so I just want to ask, you mainly point on the MUSA website. For this year's MUSA website, it has been updating quite slowly. So I just want to ask, how often will you guys keep the MUSA website updated, and how can you improve the website so that it updates faster for students to use?
So to address these questions, we would like to have meeting for both social media teams and website teams. As we know, the social media team currently is posting weekly of events on their stories. So we want the website team to do the same things also. Both of us think that the website team currently is doing well to make the website layout clear, clean, and easy to navigate. But we want to improve as we want to add on the new things on, which I mentioned before. We want to weekly update the events and the activities that happening in the Monash. So to improve that, yeah, we will hold a meeting for both teams. And as a head of publicity, if we are elected, we will both check for the social media and website weekly as well. Thank you.
All right, so for our question, just now Ellen mentioned about visual system.
Yes.
So to maintain consistency, do you think that it will limit the design's creativity by providing a visual system for them to follow?
Okay, so in terms of the visual limits, I think it will slightly limit them in terms of creative freedom, but we do want to have a cohesive and consistent Instagram feed and the MUSA official page. So what we will do is we'll have a certain mood board, you can say. So for example, the colors and the overall theme of the entire MUSA page is going to be consistent to one thing that we will decide early on the year. And when that is decided, the subcommittee members that are designing the post will follow that mood board, but we will still give them freedom to design however they want, but we do want some standard. So in the end, the end result for the posts are all in a similar style. So overall, the official page will still look consistent.
I just want to add on. So as we said that we want to give freedom to the creativity team to design or whatnot, but I think the final theme and design will not be decided by me and Ellen, but it will be decided when we have hired enough graphic designers to discuss with.
So my second question will be, you guys mentioned about consistency, like visuals to follow. Do you guys think that MUSA other division should follow? Because other division is also under MUSA. What's your plan?
Sorry. Can I get a clarification on that? So do you mean by keeping it consistent? Because I'm aware that we do have other divisions under MUSA. Are you talking on the divisions such as activities and all that?
Yes, as we know that MUSA publicity for the MUSA official page, we need to repost every events or every poster that happens in MUSA. So do you think, as your moodboard plans, do you think other divisions should follow your moodboard plans to make MUSA official page become consistency and clean and clear and what you aim for?
Oh, okay. Regarding that, I feel that the MUSA official page should be the first point of contact for students to to look into. So we will ensure that the team is like the team represents our MUSA officials account. Hence, we feel that other divisions should have their own way of like expressing that, oh, we are this division, we're that division. So
I'd also like to add that for the other divisions, they will also have their own publicity officers. So we also want to give freedom to the publicity officers to maintain and manage their own accounts with their own team. So we will not really be very strict on what type of posts they're making, but yeah, we will leave them to be in charge of their own accounts.
So, other questions? So, if you want to give creativity to other divisions, but your plan is to make MUSA official page become clean, consistency. Yes. So, what's your plan to address these questions? Because MUSA official page need to repost something poster that are made by other creative team from other divisions.
oh, okay. So are we talking on the like when we have to repost something on the feed itself, then how are we gonna like keep it within the team of our account?
Yes.
All right, so for that, we will create a template on that actually. I think we've worked on a template especially for MUSA officials page to highlight that, oh, this is the MUSA officials page, you are on the right page. So we will make a template on that to highlight it and then repost that post on the template itself. So yeah, as long as, so that template will also be a part of the team. So it wouldn't be much of an issue. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll read the next question. So both of you mentioned creating the reliable hub for the students. May I know what differentiates your proposed approach from MUSA's existing centralized channels, for example, Instagram, Red Notes, and official website? And how you will measure the success of your communication strategy?
Jessie, can I get a clarification on the question? Could you repeat the question?
What differentiates your proposed approach from MUSA's existing centralized channels? And how will you measure the success of your communication strategy?
The Instagram channel that I mentioned would be a good point. Like, yeah.
See, you guys can go first.
Where was it that I mentioned? Yeah, I did. Pretty sure I did.
All right, so for our manifesto, we mentioned about one centralized hub. So one centralized hub means students can find everything at one hub. So first, online, our focus will be we will promote our website because website is there's a lot of stuff inside which can help students. Like for example, there are how can we connect with your student representatives, and how can you get mental support. So this is why we want to do to promote this website. And for physical, we are planning to do notice boards, like to update it frequently with QR codes that links to event sheets. As you know, Instagram for now, we often update about like event of the week on stories. So we are planning to put these event sheets to add into our website and also physical part. So the only difference that we're going to do is we are going to add the centralized event sheet and update it frequently, weekly. So this is what the difference that we will make.
Okay, so for our answer, we have planned on something new in a way to announce events. And because, to be fair, when an account posts something on Instagram, it won't be notified to that person unless if that person notifies it itself. So we have this thing called the Instagram channel, where it's like a little broadcast channel in which it's something like a DM's group chat. So from there, students who join that Instagram channel will actually get updates on like what we've just posted and what to stay tuned for. So okay, that's it. That's all.
So regarding Tuesday, you guys mentioned that you will add a event sheet, right? So how will you measure the success of this communication strategy? Okay, so it means how do you think the students is going to go onto the website instead of Instagram, Twitter?
我们在 orientation 会 promote 它，我们会用 interactive post 跟 Q&A promote 它。
Okay. Hello. Okay, so as we think, the website is very an important tools to bold branding of MUSA, and what we want to do is to, like what Jessie said, we want to more students to access into the website. So we want to promote the website through orientation week. So we also plan to collaborate with other divisions and other school reps so they can promote the website to the students. And plus, when we centralize the website into a one-station hub, we believe that students can get more information in the website.
So to add on this, we think that, okay. We think that website is there for a reason. So our priority is to make use of the website, because website is there for a reason. If you just now you mentioned that website had like not enough awareness about website. So what we are going to do is we will prioritize website first. Then we will come up with new initiatives that really centralize and connect with students directly.
And to answer the questions about the success of the website, we would like to ask students, maybe through feedbacks or polls, both online and offline, to see whether students know about the website or not. This is what we also do and have done during the campaign seasons. So we ask the students whether they know about the website or not, and most of them are, yes, we know, but we don't really using it. So what we want to do the next is to promote it. Thank you.
Any more questions?
I want to ask the candidates, why specifically do you want to prioritize the website when we have other social media platforms such as said in the handbook, the Facebook page, LinkedIn, and Instagram itself, which is the major one, since we expect everyone to, not expect, but like I'm pretty sure everyone does have an Instagram account, and also Xiaohongshu. And another thing is, do you plan to continue using the other social media platforms that we already have, and how is that going to go about compared to the website?
Okay, so basically why we prioritize the website, it's the current publicity team is already complete the website, the layout of the website, and the information on the website is quite completely complete. So we want to improve it at first. As what you mentioned, we do have Facebook, LinkedIn, and Xiaohongshu. And the current publicity team also have done the Xiaohongshu, and we will continue to promote our MUSA things on that platform as well. But we want to do is to prioritize the website, because the website not only useful for the students, the current students, but also the outsiders and the freshmen. So this is why we want to prioritize the websites for not only students. Yeah, that's the answer for me.
That's a good answer. Thank you.
Okay, so no more questions? No. Okay. The fourth question for me is about merchandise. So considering production timelines, supplier constraints, and the leftover inventory challenge from the past terms this year, how would you manage creative freedom while ensuring financial and logistical visibility? Alan is your first.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Okay, so considering production timelines, supplier constraints, and leftover inventory challenge from this year, how would you manage creative freedom while ensuring financial and logistical visibility?
So to answer that question, the key is planning based on data and not guesses. So before launching merch, we'll look at past sale numbers and student feedback to decide how much to produce. And we'll create suggestion forms with small rewards, so we understand what design students actually want. And any leftover or extra merch after selling it can still serve a purpose by using it in giveaways or thank you tokens at events, so we ensure that nothing goes to waste. And as for time constraints and the creative freedom from our subcommittee team, we want to make sure that the merch is not delayed. So we will try to start designing the merch early on with the team. So once the design is approved and everything, we can give it to the manufacturers where they can then start the merch. So everything is not delayed. And before we start any design, we'll also shortlist top ideas from student feedback and cross-check them with supplier costs and sales data. So if something is a little too costly or something is a little too difficult to make, we'll find creative alternatives like limited edition runs or smaller accessories, or we adjust the material of that merchandise so that student preferences and creative freedom are still reflecting without overspending on our budget. So our goal is to make sure that feedback drives these decisions.
Hello? Hello? All right, so for merch planning, how to balance creative and cost. So we think that the most important thing is we don't delay the merch selling. So we will plan it early. So for the planning, we will come out a budget. We will come out in budget control, same as them. We will compare with past year's numbers. And we also will use story and story for polls and also Q&As to ask what students really want. For example, maybe they prefer streetwear or also like blind box or something. So we will consider student feedback and student voice. So for the merge timeline, we already come out with a actual timeline. So we will start collecting feedback on the October orientation to collect new students' feedback and suggestions. So for after exam week, we will collect student feedback based on their suggestions and what they really want, what they really prefer. So after that, we will also
So after collecting the feedback and suggestions from the students, both online and offline, we try to recruit the sub-community on the next year, January. So after we have our team members, we will start planning design concepts and financial things and logistic things. And before the orientation, we will have our first draft of merchandise design, which we will discuss to our and get approval from our presidents. If everything is done, we will plan to officially launch and release the merchandise to students at the mid-sem break. That's our plan. We believe that if we plan and have exactly timeline before, all the things will go smoothly. That's for our answer.
Sir, don't know if you guys noticed that Monash University will actually soon be launching their official merchandising store, which may offer branded items similar to us. How do you view this development? Do you think this is a competition or collaboration? And what are your plans to ensure MUSA's merchandise still remains unique and student-driven in this context?
So regarding that, I feel that no, nothing should be a competition. We will definitely have a discussion with them if we happen to be elected. So it's more of like a collaboration with the merchandise store, and we'll also discuss with them if we can also have little pop-up for the merchandise release in the store. So
So I think we should view that as more of an opportunity by using their physical store instead of looking at them as competition for our merch sales.
Also, something regarding the design and stuff like that. So for that, our target design will be on students, and based on the trend that those days, we will use those designs. And I think it's just nice for students to have a variety for them to choose, because they have the rights to choose in the designs and all. So it's really up to their preference, honestly. So yeah, thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. So we don't see the official merchandise shop, Monash merchandise shop and MUSA merch as competitors, but as two sides of the same story is different. So the official shop represents Monash as a brand, formal, professional, and outward facing. But MUSA merch represents Monash as a community with creative, readable, and student-led. Most importantly, they carry student stories. So whilst official products focus on consistency and corporate identity, our MUSA merch focuses on student culture, which is the small and memorable parts of Monash life that official designs can't capture. So what we want to do is the same as Ellen. We want to collect the student voices to see what kind of merch they want to, and it's different from the official shop. And the other thing is what we mentioned before, we want to release the consistent core design, whether it is a jersey or a pin. We want to let the students to decide what kind of consistent core design, which can represent our MUSA identity and branding.
So to add on this, we don't view it as competition. We view it as motivation to make our merch better. So we are also planning to get more exposure by setting up more booths on major events, for example, orientation, for example, other water bomb event. So we were going to like make our MUSA merch more exposure through more consistent design and also more exposure of the merch booth.
And to add on this, we also plan to, if everything goes smoothly, like we get feedbacks and we launch the creative designs of merch in the first semester, we will plan to have a merch design competition for all Monash students, which we want to Monash students to be engaged in create the MUSA merch. That's all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. So imagine a situation where a MUSA post unintentionally received backlash of miscommunication about an event's inclusivity. How would you and your team respond to this and handle the situation while maintaining MUSA's credibility?
Okay, so before replying these negative DMs or comments, we will first verify the facts to ensure accuracy. So what we mentioned in manifesto, we want it to be transparency, but transparency doesn't mean to reacting fast. It means to responding right. Once we verify the facts, we will discuss with the MAC, with president also, to discuss about how to reply or not to reply the negative DMs.
I'll just answer this one. Or do you answer like I'll answer this? Okay.
Alright, so as for us, if misinformation starts spreading quickly throughout because of misinformation on our side, so it's about how we handle them that matters. So we would first act fast. So we will take down the post or story or anything that was given out if needed, and issue a clear correction to students so that students aren't misinformed. And next, we would also take responsibility and explain the correction to maintain trust. So we would immediately post a short verified message acknowledging the issue and direct students to official updates or a correction on what that misinformation is.
Before we post the before we repost something regarding like anything on the misinformation, we will definitely have a discussion, especially within the media affairs committee with the president also, to ensure that they are aware of what happened and so that we are clear on what to say to the students. So yeah, thank you.
Any question for each other?
Okay, all right. Thank you, Obis. We would now like to open this session to the audience for questions. Okay, so we have a question up there.
Oh my god, this guy.
I have a few questions, but I'll just ask this one first. So, I think mainly was the independent candidate mentioning on maintaining the website, all those, and also mentioning of collecting feedback on it. What if, let's say, the data that you have collected shows that students are not interested in the website at all, where the student prefer social media or other kinds of platform to get this kind of information. So what would your initiative be? Are you guys going to double down on having your central hub at the website, or are you going to listen and try to adapt to the situation?
Okay. Hello. So our main goal is to maximize the promotions, whether it is on social media, Instagram, or like Xiaohongshu, but also website. What we aim to do is to make sure if students want to know information, there is somewhere they can go and find the information that they want. So we plan to make the website into a centralized hub. So we will welcome students to use the website. But if we receive the feedback like what you mentioned before, students are not care and they don't want to use the website, and there is social media there also. So we won't take down or just ignore the website, because website is our MUSA branding, and we believe that not only students but also outsiders, like what I mentioned before, the outsider, the freshmen, would want to get what is MUSA or information about MUSA in the website.
And we think that based on the feedback, there are majorities and minorities, which means that you cannot exclude these minorities, because students will have like different choices for information. For example, for our experience, we ask our friends and also like the people that we meet in the during the campaigning week. They actually have different preference. Like for example, they prefer notice boards, they prefer website, they prefer Instagram, because some of the people, they don't have Instagram, especially international students. And also a lot of new students, they didn't know about like where can I get the information from. So the best choice is to prioritize all, like update all at the same time, so that we don't exclude these minorities.
Okay, yes, very good answer. Thank you. Okay, so I have one more question for both candidates. So it's more regarding to MUSA Publicity's roles as a PR, public relations, this kind. So to refer to, let's say, 2024, as there was somewhat of a incident happened in front of Monash where MUSA did put out a public statement on this. So if, let's say, something to occur similarly, but it's occur that will affect, let's say, a MUSA OB did something wrong, an office bearer did something wrong. If, let's say, such thing could actually put MUSA in a bad light, what would you do in this scenario? For both candidates, yeah.
Alright, so Alright, so regarding that, we understood that students do get anxious when silence drags on. So it's good that we do speak up, especially on the main Instagram account. So we prepared a short, neutral acknowledgement, something like we are aware of what's happening, and we'll share further updates when everything has been confirmed and finalized, so that we keep in our transparency but still within our limits, and we respect the rules and also respect the students' trust, so they wouldn't have to worry about, oh, why are they taking so long to acknowledge this issue. So yeah, thank you.
So basically, when the similar incidents that happen, or there is something affect MUSA brands as a big image, we will the first thing to do is to talk to presidents or vice presidents I think it's a very important thing to have a meeting once something happens. And so we will, throughout the meeting, we will come up to have ways or solutions to talk to students, whether we want to say sorry or we just put aside, because put aside is also a strategy to reply to the incidents or the bad image.
And then we think what we need to do is we need to build trust within all Monash students. Like we need to build trust. So what we can do is we prepare for future like similar things happen. So we need to like have backup plans because this already happens before. So what we need to do is like we need to prepare for next time. Like if similar things happen, what should we do? Like if this crisis happens. Yes, so we think the most important thing is do what we need to do so people will trust us again.
Alright, so before we continue with questions from the floor, we'll get one from our YouTube live. So, this is the question. When there's a situation where student interaction and engagement is low during certain events, partly because students are not really interested in MUSA activities, how would you plan to increase student engagement with MUSA? So Ellen, you can answer the question first.
So to improve engagement in MUSA's content and activities, we are going to promote that to event posters, and we'll try to promote that to physical event posters and also have interactive formats in our social media like story polls, feedback forms, or short campus reels that can promote that event. And we'll also have monthly and weekly updates on what events are happening that month or that week. So more students will have that knowledge on what events are going to happen, and they can plan their day across with that event.
So if there happens to be a sudden drop in terms of engagement, we'll immediately assess performance insights. So we'll go through the data, like the engagement insights on our Instagram, and adapt our timing, content type, and the captions to work with the algorithm rather than just staying against it. To stay resilient, we'll diversify and repurpose important updates. As mentioned, the event updates, weekly or monthly event updates on social media platforms. So vital information never depends on one's specific algorithm. If reach drops, our focus remains on clarity and consistency, because reliable communication will always outlast the trends, and we're always going to be the first platform for students to rely on best. So, thank you.
Alright, so another one from the YouTube live is, to its core, what do you think is the main purpose by being the head of publicity? So this person wants to know if you're really sure about the role that you're running for. Cindy, you can give yourself go first.
Role of publicity. Role of publicity. Sorry? Sorry, can you repeat the questions again? Thank you.
So to its core, what do you think is the main purpose of being the head of publicity?
All right, so what are the main roles of publicity officers is mentioned in our handbook: to inform and advertise all events and initiatives organized by MUSA. So second is to answer student queries sent via MUSA social media and direct students to the concerned departments. And also we need to ensure that we implement a system on campus for posting posters by MUSA bodies and students. So what we are trying to do is we need to ensure all posts are come out at the actual time that we set, and then we need to set a publicity tracker internally and post it and ensure all of our posts is correct and accurate and clear for every student. And plus, just in short, actually, MUSA publicity, from our perspective, MUSA publicity is actually the bridge between MUSAs and students. That's all. Thank you.
You don't need to copy directly.
Okay, so as for the responsibilities we will have as head of publicity, again, it's also said in the handbook. But I basically will be repeating what they said, but we will be informing and advertising all events organized by MUSA and necessary information from the Monash administration themselves. Answer student queries sent via MUSA social media, and we will also implement a system on campus for posting posters by MUSA buddies or students in campus, and ensure all notices are taken down before they have expired. And we will also be in charge of maintaining the MUSA website and the MUSA shirts and cards.
Now, in terms of ethical and being respectful within this Monash student community, we mentioned in our introduction that we are the bridge to connect students with MUSA itself. So we are to create reliable and timely and accessible platforms for student updates. And our goal is to also bring fresh creativity and energy into MUSA's social media presence, and to introduce student-driven designs and ideas into official merchandise. And also, last but not least, this is really important, but to strengthen unity, pride, and belonging among Monash students. Thank you.
All right, so we have another one from YouTube Live here. So sometimes things may not always happen linearly, such as sometimes even the supplier can't promise you an arrival date on your merchandise. So how are you going to manage the collection dates for your customers?
All right, so, okay, hello. So I've actually experienced this before as a School of Science publicity officer. So more or less, I did have a similar situation. So what I did beforehand was that I've had different plans. So there was like a plan A, plan B, plan C, because we also cannot expect much from the manufacturers for them to be on time. But that's okay. That's pretty normal. That's human. So first of all, there will be plan A, plan B, and plan C. And we will obviously, we still need to be transparent to the students. So if it happens to be, if the announcement of the pickup collection of the merchandise happens to be posted already, but then only then after that, we got like information regarding
mention the same. We want to post things like what I mentioned before behind the scene to let people know about what is MUSA and who is inside the MUSA. And once they make the questions, who they can reach out for. And also our plan for the website plan, we also want to make it as a centralized hub so people will know about more on MUSA, even though it's outsiders or the freshmen. They can know who their school rep is online in the website. And we believe that during orientations, we can also introduce what is MUSA to the freshmen through giving cookies. And also, what I experienced before, actually, during the pop-up booths for the merge, actually a lot of students do not know we do have MUSA official page on social media, and they do not know what is MUSA. This is very important problems. So we want to introduce MUSA during the orientations and the pop-up booth. So we also plan to do, if everything goes smoothly, we want to launch the pop-up booth not only on the merch promotion period, but also in big events in Monash. So that is the ways we want to maximize the promotion for MUSA. And also, to make students feel connected with MUSA, we are planning to make them involved in the content. Like, for example, for me, as a student, when haven't joined MUSA yet, I wish I can see myself in MUSA content too. So that's why we think how to raise awareness is make the content feel connected. Like they're involved in designing contents. For example, we said that we will include like Q&As and polls. So these will be a two-way communication, and they will be included in our content to make them feel more connected with MUSA and more aware of MUSA.
All right, any more questions from the floor? Okay, going once, going twice. All right, thank you once again for your questions, and I would now like to invite the candidates to deliver their closing statements.
Alright, so as we reach the end of our debate session, we would like to acknowledge a few people here. Firstly, we would like to thank Jessie, the current MUSA Publicity Head of 2025, who has helped us by giving us ideas and inspiration on what we can do for MUSA Publicity Division next year. Now, her hard work as the only publicity head this year has really inspired me and Ellen to continue her legacy and start new plans for MUSA Publicity Division in 2026. To the election committee members, thank you for giving both Ellen and I the opportunity to share whatever we have to say and why exactly we feel that we are a fit for this role of heads of publicity. Other than that, thank you everyone for coming in today, both face-to-face and online, near and far, to hear more about me and Ellen's plans and initiatives for next year's MUSA Publicity Heads. That is, if we happen to be elected as your MUSA Publicity Heads in 2026.
So if you guys are interested in seeing our ideas come to life, both online and offline next year, just one tap of yours on your gadget screen will actually make a change. Remember that the change starts with you, a student who is part of the Monash student community, and we'll be very honored and grateful to have your vote. And if we happen to become publicity heads next year, we will serve the student community to everyone's satisfaction. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, at the heart of our publicity plan is one clear goal to make MUSA not just seen but truly lived by students. Every platform we use, including the website, merchandise, and social media, is part of one mission to build a connection that is interactive, visible, and meaningful for every Monash student. Our website is more than a digital space. It is the foundation of MUSA communication, clear, consistent, and alive. We will bring it to life with weekly event updates, turning it into a one-stop hub for everything happening on campus. Every post and announcement will link back to this hub,
creating a system that is reliable, organized, and lasting, not only for us, but for future communities to maintain with ease. Our merchandise reflects who we are, Monash pride, MUSA identity, and student creativity. We plan to introduce a consistent line that grows with time, such as jersey that keeps its design but updates its number each year to show both traditions and progress. It is made by students and for students, which are bold, fun, and full of energy. And the most important thing is, each sale is not about profit, but about giving back, with every ringgit reinvested into student events and initiatives that enrich campus life. And the other thing is, our social media brings together structure and creativity. We will maintain consistency through clear design and regular posting while making content more interactive through polls, feedback forms, and Q&As that allow students to shape what they want to see. It is not about showing what we want to say, but listening to what students want to share. So, through this, our platform will inform, inspire, and include, reflecting real student voices and building trust through transparency. And at the last, everything we do comes back to three things: listening to students, connecting the community, and strengthening MUSA identity. Our manifesto, every student's voice matters, become real when every student feels seen, heard, and included. We are not just managing publicity, we are building bridges between students and MUSA. Every post, every product, and every update carries one message: MUSA is here for everyone. This is not a plan for one term. It is the beginning of a legacy of visibility, unity, and pride that future MUSA teams can continue to grow. We are Singi and Han, and together, we are ready to make MUSA not just seen, but lived by every student. Thank you.
Alright, thank you once again to all candidates, office bearers, and audience members for your time and participation. We hope you found this session insightful and engaging. Before we end, here are some important key dates to remember. The voting period will be from the 13th to 17th October 2025, and voting will take place via the official Monash e-voting platform, with more details shared soon. To stay updated, follow us on Instagram at musa.official page, and catch the debates which will be available on the MUSA YouTube channel. Thank you once again for being here, and have a great day ahead.